Alright, hopefully that works. Oh, I'm trying to set up the recording because I'm still doing that.
I where was London? Because it only shows me when I'm talking. Yeah. This is the end of the tale. It just happens to come across here. And just move it.
Alright, close this one and go to his.
Hello.
Okay. Yep.
So I apologize for the confusion and the lateness and the everything. The fun of being at ad. So I'm beginning to think that the internet connection in the Wi-Fi in my dining room not the best. So unfortunately, I don't have a better place to set up. So neither here nor there. How is everyone?
Pretty good.
It could be worse.
Good. We'll just get right into it. So when we last left our heroes, the mages and the rogues had basically gone in two different directions.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious that the mages both went one way, and the rogues both went the other.
Well, one of us had a reason.
I'm saying the rogues would be crazy.
It's the priority. The mages have to go and get prepared. The rogues have to go and interrogate.
Yeah, basically.
Bitches be crazy. That's what that is.
Who we're interrogating becomes a fun part.
You're running along the street with a evidently malfunctioning and possibly dying robot who is also a vigilante. So three mysterious figures running through the night. No one could have paid attention to that.
Running, not so much. Maybe like walking quickly with a purpose.
The guy up as though he's a drunk robot and hoping people don't ask what a drunk robot looks like.
Sam's doing the weekend at Bernie's thing. You know, walking through the square. I'm the only one who's actually running. Tiny little. Well, you had actually made it to your destination along with Alorian.
Yes.
And you were both running very, 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 very fast.
And
Because
wait.
Arriba, underlay. Yeah. Because things were getting very, very hot, very, very quick. So once the Phoenix had started after the Major, the roads were like, I need to slow down.
Oh, we're not after us after all.
That's one thing that's turned out right.
You're all down to like almost no health, and burned out all of your spell slots, and you're all just exhausted. So this is when the fun starts.
Fucking lizards. Hate lizards.
So, okay, we're going to start with Alorian and Norm. Okay, you are currently on are interested in you. You're both exhausted, you're sweating, you are spent, and you are surrounded by patrons who have just seen you just come bursting through the door, basically slide to a halt on the ground, right next to the lobby main desk.
Anybody else see the bird that hung there at your dock?
What's that?
Anybody else see the bird that hung there at your dock?
Oh yeah, the people pointing out the window and going, "Well, look at that," and not knowing quite what to make of it.
Those are some cool looking fireworks.
Goddamn Gandalf.
It's the beginning of Lord of the Rings.
Okay. So, grumbling, I get up and I go straight towards my bar. Because I've got to go grab some stuff. Because I'm not staying.
You going down to the bar?
Yeah, I'm getting up. Yeah, I'm getting up and I'm going to the tavern portion. And as I get up, I said, "Hurry up, Norm. We gotta go get your tits."
Hurry up, Norm, we have to go get your what?
Your
I am
sh-
so glad someone else
your squirrel, tits McGee, or whatever you called it. We have to go get your squirrel.
This episode of Legendary Stunts is rated
What are you talking about?
animal, squirrel, my brother, found this pipe. Probably wondering why I've been up.
So you both went down to the tavern? Yep. Okay. So you left the lobby. The tavern is right off the lobby. So you go through the tavern, the lobby entrance to the tavern, and you go collect your things.
I'm grabbing size
Scions.
rifle. Scion's rifle. Sorry, Scion.
Scion.
We aren't the twins yet.
Sorry. At this point, it would be Aiden. I'm grabbing Aiden's rifle. That's how I know it.
You haven't got a broom yet.
Soon.
Okay. As you go down, unfortunately I wrote this person's information down elsewhere because all my stuff is on my iPad and certainly on your view through my iPad. So, alright. You get down there and your uncle is still there. He comes running up to you. Where did you go? What happened? You just abandoned the hotel. You can't do that. I mean, I know we're here to help take care of things, but you're in charge. It's your responsibility.
You know, I was just stolen from. Some people just broke down the wall to my tavern. I had to take care of business. I still have to take care of business. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
That's why we have the Nestorian Guard. You should have just called the rest of the Nestorian Guard, have them come down, take care of it. We shouldn't be involved. We should never be involved. The only thing that should concern us is this inn.
Yeah, well, I don't care about your silly superstition. I care about doing what is right for my building here. You call in Storm Guard. We had some in the building. They did shit all about anything. So you put your trust in them. I'm gonna do what's best for us.
At that point, you hear.
I'm just awkwardly staring at the ceiling.
At this point, you hear a woman's voice say, I believe that you have ample evidence that this is not a superstition. You should show respect for your heritage and for your and for the care that your relatives have put into keeping you safe. turn around, and there you see your your aunt, and I don't have her last name written down, but her first name is Missy. And she is one of those. If you combine Aunt May with and I'm forgetting her name, but the woman from the Harry Potter series who was Miss Umbridge. If you combine those two, that would be the look Elven for. Elderly, decrepit, but
I mean Nancy Reagan.
Yes.
yeah.
Maybe that's a better one.
For those of you young people, Nancy Reagan was a
We know who Nancy Reagan is, Miss I Hate Drugs.
She was a lovely
say
lady.
no to drugs. Say no.
She's the one who did. She's the one who did so much to combat AIDS. Started it.
You know, way after. Yeah, we can't go there. Anyway, Sam's getting a lecture.
So anyway,
Okay.
so she comes over to you and says, given given the events of tonight, I think that you and I and your friend need to have a little talk. Why don't we go to the family office and have a discussion?
I look at him.
I look at Norm. Go get your freaking squirrel. We're getting out of here. I look at my aunt and I just give her the most vitriolic look of hatred right now.
If you leave this building with the intentions you have, that phoenix will devour you in minutes. You need to hear what I have to say.
My intention isn't to leave and stay gone at the moment. My intention is to get more information.
And I'm going to give it to you. You don't have to go far at all. Come with me.
I look at Norm. Go grab the rifle from the side of the bar.
Okay. Smack it with a stick. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if I just knock it off the wall. Stick.
I laugh heartily.
Tall,
So do
no
you,
time to shoot your foot.
you are able to get up on a bench and retrieve the rifle. And you are you following your aunt?
I'll give her a few minutes.
So you all go to that office that the family shares as the corporate office for the whole facility. He shuts the door to it's a open office area, but each member of the family has head member of the family has a section that is the enclosed area that the doors can be shut and private conversations can be had. You go into her office. She's the person in charge of managing the maid staff and the people like that in the facility. She's not usually someone who has authority in the running of the business on an official level, but things tend to get done that she says need to get done. So you all sit down, and she says, I trust by now you've seen and felt the mark on your arm.
What by Mark, what do you mean?
She grabs your arm, twists it around, and points. Although the actual mark is gone, it has left a burn impression that is not yet faded. And she says, although that too will fade in a day or so, as long as you don't do anything rash. You will not be able to hide it from family. We need to know, because that mark is a family curse. Even people who marry into the family are cursed by that mark. To our shame. We, our family, were supporters of the Prophet back in the day. We gave aid and comfort to her soldiers and to her wizards, and part of the family business was built around it. When the Prophet fell, our ancestors, for their crimes, were punished by being bound to the end. We can only conduct in business. We can only engage in either in-related activities or activities that are not in any way adventurous or overtly in ways that might please the Prophet in any way. Even if we are using our abilities the way we use them tonight, in just a crime-fighting kind of way, there is the temptation to try to help the Prophet in some way. And so the Phoenix, our jailer, is summoned. That is our curse. And the Phoenix is to be unrelenting in its ages of pursuit of our family. We assume that it nests right here. We've never been able to find the nest. And anytime any of us have ever tried, it comes to us and we are decimated. However, we can conduct family-related business. And that has led us to a new calling. One that allows us to act in the way that you would like to act without it. Now, the family has many connections that are not official. If you are able to serve in those connections, then perhaps you will be able to help us and your gnome friend. And she pauses.
Okay, during that pause, I just want to show you that this is what I'm doing, because I'm doing this. So at any point you want to take this gun, you're more than welcome to do it.
I reach over and take the rifle off of his head.
Do you want to say anything? Do you want to...
What capacity would I have? Who would I have to talk to?
We are sort of an underground protector of this world. We conduct missions that are unrelated because we are using our network of related businesses to travel, to learn, and to acquire. Now, if we are able to send you on missions that are helpful to our business, then the Phoenix can sometimes be I believe, Norm, is it? I believe that your Uncle Methusian has gone missing.
Yes.
He was a friend to our family. His spirit, it bothers us, and we would like to have him found. So, we know that he had a lair. We know that he had a lair somewhere in this city. We suspect somewhere in the Undercity, but we don't know where. If you could find your uncle with a Lorian help, it would be a boon to our network. So, we would like you and Auroria and your other two friends to engage in a mission of reestablishing connections with a lost business contact.
So
By
the
going
Phoenix is
through-
venom.
The Phoenix can be fooled. Under the right conditions, it can be summoned. We can prevent its summoning. The Phoenix only comes when you're disobedient. If this does not flare up, it is not to be summoned.
Well, I have no problem looking for Uncle Traveling Methuselah.
Auroria. Your best bet is to find an entrance to the Undercity and begin snooping around. You are sure to pick up this down there somewhere. Beyond that, I can do nothing. Now, Norm, I know this is a emotional issue for you. If there is anything you need to go and collect or to prepare for this, I would suggest you do so now. Lauren, if you could stay behind for a few more minutes. We have business that is unrelated to this to discuss before you go.
I look at you.
It's safe to go.
I'm just looking for a nod of yes, we're gonna do this.
Yes. It's okay. Go do what you need. I'll be there in a bit.
Okay, so you leave. I have no way of sending you an individual text.
Facebook.
Yep.
Your friends on Facebook.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Here's just Sam's.
Nope, I think you need to get in the car, drive up to their house, just do it here.
Check online for our brand new T-shirts.
Quick roll, people, quick roll.
Pay absolutely nothing for the shipping.
And remember to check out Tal'Dorei today. Tal'Dorei may be gone and on fire, but we're still the best magazine.
The only surviving magazine.
We are the only surviving magazine of the Dragon Attack. Check out Gilmore's glorious fashion spread next month. I'm not joking. Please click. We'll also have recipes for Scanless Famous's breakfast chicken.
As long as we're not doing a spread on like his special foods.
We're not gonna do a spread on a spread. We're a classy magazine.
Right.
For now. Unless we get more subscribers. Or don't get more subscribers.
Well, then I go out and I get my squirrel, Twitch, and I then program the carts to go down. Because let me share again. See what I'm talking about. There we go.
Okay.
Because that
I
is
really
what I
think-
rode here on. My
I'm
electric
hoping
mule.
that this is the right one.
There we go.
Programming away. Go back. Home. Don't get lost.
Huh.
Huh?
Okay.
I'm
Well,
looking
I'm
at stuff on my side here. So.
While he was having a conversation with his aunt, as you, Norm, are gathering your things, and you notice that your gauntlet, your blue gauntlet, feels warm. And it's glowing, like glowing blue. As you kind of look at it, you notice that on this part of the gauntlet, a symbol is growing out of it.
Not a phoenix.
No. It is encased in a circle. It looks like a wand with a radiant, the symbol for radiance going out from the tip. It glows even brighter.
Got a Wi-Fi signal.
It glows even brighter than the rest of the gauntlet before it settles down. And the symbol remains, but the glow goes away and the heat goes away.
Did anything happen when I touch it, or
No. You feel a little bit more connected to it than you did before previously. Before it was just a gauntlet that you used. Now it feels more real.
okay? So I go get Twitch, and I don't know, Jason, if you saw the pictures of the carts. Did you see the pictures of the carts?
The carts.
Yeah. Since when I was confused when we first created the characters, I thought it was a more fantasy setting. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta catch my guy up a bit. So this is his cows, or his mules.
Okay.
This is what he brings, this is what he uses to go down and whatnot. So I
Okay.
just programmed it for that. And I should point out that Twitch was involved in a serious flying accident. He is a flying squirrel. So he was repaired, but now it's like electric wings, very, very stealthy. Sure.
Okay.
Jason, it's not that big a deal. Don't throw the shield at him. Move it.
brought to you by Fire on High.
His character needs to die.
No, I won't protect him from the Phoenix.
His character needs to die. Fire and High, for those that don't know, is the song by ELO that plays at the Astrosphere at Funtown, USA. And should you be lucky or cursed, however you want to figure it, and have to work the Ferris wheel for a few years straight, that's all you'll hear all day long. If it comes to the radio, I shake.
You know, I haven't heard that song.
I can send it to you.
I would suggest that you might want to move. So, while Olympus and Norm are settling in their issues, the roads are trying mightily to help this extremely heavy vigilante robot, the Gearhead, to the and I've got the name of the district this time, to the district of Kirabi, where Sai has her hovel.
Yeah, apartment.
Yes. Drain pipe. This is you break the boundary into this part of town, and it is
Shitty.
if Gotham City were in really bad shape.
So it looks like Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit wishes it looked it was actually Kiravari wishes it looked like Detroit. The place is it's southeast or southwest of the southeast of the city. It's basically downwind. It is crumpled buildings. Many of many sections of the town have lots of buildings where the front face of it is no longer building. It's just open honeycombs of rooms, bare open to the street. There are
Back in the movie.
if you've ever seen, I can't remember the name of the movie. What was the name of the MST movie where Leave the Bronx? You were ordered to leave the Bronx. Remember that one?
I remember stuff, but I don't remember the story.
Yeah, but like that, just ruins. So
Any of the Escape from LA movies or Escape from New York.
Days of Future Past kind of place. So anyway, we'll say you make it to Sai's place without incident. Sai, go ahead and describe your home.
Alright, so it's on the second floor. It's one of those little bumblebee type holes, but mine actually does have a wall there, or most of a wall. There's a big portion missing on the side that it's actually there's some fabric tacked around it to look like kind of like make it look like it's a window. It's bare. There's a military style cot away from the window with 2 empty bottles next to it and a dresser, 3 drawers. The top drawer is locked. That's it. There's no extra furniture, no chairs, no nothing.
As you get in there, Gearhead, putting his hand on the wall moves. He goes, and he kind of slowly steps his way across, finds a spot on the floor, and just slumps down and goes, ow, oh ow. And you notice that he is a little
Can I like roll a luck roll to see if there's any mechanics living nearby? Any like tinkerers that I might owe me a favor? Yeah, like dumb luck.
Oh, the McGonagall gambit.
Sure, you can have a luck roll.
It's a 9.
Yeah, nothing comes to mind.
Crap.
Yeah, you're in that part of town, and you move that curtain to the side
That's the wrong
that
one.
you were talking about. This is exactly what you'll see.
That actually is what the opening looks like, actually.
City too small.
It's the view from Aladdin.
Oh, would any of you like to make a, well, you can either make an intelligence, let's see, I will say this will be a cultural lore test.
Sure, why not?
Intelligence, cultural lore.
Intelligence. 4, 5, 6. 10 plus intelligence modifier, which is all of 0, so 10. That would be a flat 10.
A flat 10. Okay. You can't give anybody. Is Scion try?
Yes, I'm going to examine the wiring in his chest and the wound, make a couple sticky noises as I try and drum up whatever I might know about physiology. I probably say, well, I'm not trying this.
Okay. Your head is extremely wary of letting you anywhere near his chest cavity. But he begrudgingly allows you to look inside, don't know what he's talking about
Big
because
boom
the
is
world
what?
because this world has never had a nuclear revolution. Everything is electric batteries,
Mm.
magic, and things like that. They've never ever even considered cracking the atom. So nobody's ever heard of nuclear power. Nobody's ever heard of nuclear technology, atomic anything. So yet somehow here you have a walking, talking nuclear reactor sitting in your midst. Um, so
Oh,
your
man.
character is intimidated, but you know that this person can help him because if you go to her, it is a secondary junkyard near the main city dump. It's a privately owned one. It's owned by her, and she lives in a little shack in that junkyard. You get to her. Um, she's a techno mage, um,
Okay, I
and
can understand
it
that.
and boy does that sound weird. I'll never get used to this whole magic is real thing. Um, I'm gonna video call. I'm gonna figure out how it's real, but for now, just need to know how to access. So if you do find her, get her to come here. Maybe save my life. It might be worth you keeping the gun. um, so what are you guys gonna do?
So I'm gonna look at sign and ask you how secure is this place exactly?
I just lean against the wall and show that it's like bends.
You're right, it's fairly like monsters won't come anywhere near this place. Well then, I guess it's okay if we leave from here alone. Provided you know the floor number.
Oh, that's less than likely. Um, you got your blaster.
I'm sure I'm safe.
The neighbors are mostly quiet, or keep to themselves anyway.
Over, because these walls aren't that secure, and I don't know how to use them. Alright, well. Alright, well.
As long as I don't see the infinity -1 symbol, I'll be fine. So you go ahead and do what you need to do.
Now, have these two figured out that it's other thing?
Nope. Well, he's figured out me. He
He,
knows.
he, he knows who she is. He hasn't said anything to her.
Popcorn.
Things just happen.
Yeah, that thing.
Conceptually, not exactly obvious qualities. Very much against. So,
All right, let's go find your rifle and.
All right. So, we will cut back to the mages. Olorian, have you rejoined Norm in the lobby?
Yeah, I got back down just a few moments ago.
Okay. Norm, you see that Olorian looks awful and a little disturbed.
Is everything okay?
Not sure yet. Have a lot to take in.
God, you run before the building explodes? Or
Building's fine. It's safer here than many other places apparently.
okay.
All right.
Well, I think we are.
So, what is going to be your first course of action once you leave?
Well, I know right where we lost our friends.
We told you where we were going. I told you the address.
Yes. We were also running, so. But I know the general location where they are, so that's where I'm heading. Yeah.
Okay.
The best way to find the underground is to work with someone who's probably, in that area.
All right. Let's see. Okay. The two of you will need to have a roll with perception searching to find the hidden house of your friend Sai, whom you know as I forget what you
Elaith.
Elaith.
Yes, Elaith.
And what am I
14.
rolling for?
You're doing searching, perception searching.
Alright, so we got this one. Things in the middle of 20. That's 1d6.
You always roll 3d6 and then add your modifier.
Ooh. Well, he's stunted.
Yes. Oh, you guys can see that too?
I'm the only one who can't because I'm not on.
Oh crap! My
Yeah.
hand's just dropped.
I got a 5, a 2, a 5, plus 1. I get a total of 13.
Okay.
So I got 2 stop points.
Both even though the places are made of just chunky houses, none of the streets are marked. Any attempt at urban engineering has long since been abandoned. You managed to find your way to the right building, and Norm has even able to point out which room must be hers. Just because you can see past that little bit of curtain, and you see the faint glow of what must be the deep method of the gearhead's eyes. And so you head up there and you find the gearhead, eyes closed, moaning somewhat, and holding on to his now once again sealed and closed. He put his shirt back on. He's just sitting there, going, I really need everybody back home right now. And then he opens his eyes as he hears you come in and go, oh good, you're here. I can be safer. I can be safer. I can be safer, right?
Sam unfortunately got scared and turned into a member of Blue Member.
I'm back.
As the floor creaks ominously beneath.
I didn't need to hear anything because my whole thing dropped.
You turn into a blue symbol. I said you joined Blue Member. So I look and I go, so where are the others?
They went to get help. I'm very close to going very way up, very, very, very big boom. And they went to go get someone to try to help me.
Is there anything we can do?
Any of you know anything about nuclear engineering?
Only that I don't know anything about it.
Well, probably not. I doubt that any Mr. Shield you could cast over me would be sufficient to display the class.
I was just thinking maybe like
And I'm inclined to Mr. Shield. You can look at you can attempt to try to prepare him if you want.
hey, what's the worst that can happen? We can all die.
Yeah, no. If I was gonna try anything, I would try get the Phoenix coming up and take him away, but that's not gonna work. So.
You are currently not experiencing anything non-stress. It's not burning.
Does my symbol or my glow kind of light up or glow or do anything when
What are you
I'm
attempting
pointing
to
at him? Well, at first I'm just walking towards him. I just didn't know if it's reacting to it.
It's not reacting to it in any way.
Okay. woods.
Okay, if one of you pulls his shirt up, opens up the casing. No, it's 100% pure grade 8 robot. And again, nothing in here makes sense to anything you've ever seen in a robot before.
Well, I know that when the mules get a little wonky, you usually just kick them. Usually they got hooks. I could try that. I don't know how well it would go. Has anybody tried?
He looks at you. His eye kind of one of his eye sockets kind of goes into kind of look. He goes, many people over the years have tried to kick me, shoot me, fry me.
That was the boom. To the heel.
Alurian's hand is firmly in front of his face right now.
He looks at you and goes, are you insane?
I live in the woods.
He goes, I'm okay. I don't feel that you know.
I'm like stretching to get ready to kick.
I just really need to rest because when I exert myself too much, it makes things worse. So I'm just gonna rest here, and if you want to go find your friends, fine. They went to the junkyard next to the big dump, that little private road one, and if not, you can stay here and protect me from anybody who might come and get me. It's up to you. But I think you're mad.
How much of a head start do they have on us?
Now let's see. About how far into the slums is your home site?
Like straight up, like the edge of the slums. Like not close to the city at all. Like I like as private as you can get in the middle of the slums.
You know, in Wreck-It Ralph, when he's in the dump, you see the building off in the distance. She's in a junkyard.
The bricks. So you're right at the far edge, almost.
Yeah, far edge.
So you probably reached it before they got to your house.
Yeah.
So they've got a good lead on you.
We didn't pass her on the way.
No, you were
Opposite directions.
both heading in the same direction. So
I look at the robot and I say, so they're going to get someone to bring me back here?
I'm trying to think about that. Okay, so I'll go this way. I can't see my own stuff. That's the dump.
Mhm.
And that is about where you entered. That is about where you entered.
Yeah.
Area, and that's about where your home is. And there's the dump. And you left your traveler's chest.
Okay.
Before Gearhead shuts down, I go, well, we need help. Is there any spare parts you need? Do you know how to repair yourself?
I have a working knowledge of nuclear engineering, but this is stuff that my genius dad did, and I never got plans for it. So, no. I have people for that.
So,
Unfortunately, I no longer have those people.
so the other two went to go get the person to bring back here.
Yes.
Okay then, here.
Okay. So he goes to sleep. You stand guard. Norm, I guess, whatever you want to do.
Snoop.
Meditate.
He's listening to
Keep in thought. Trying to regain all my hit points. Trying to regain all my spell points.
Okay. So I guess what we'll do then is I will just take a quick peek at the rules
Did you say
for
that
getting
during
better.
this time period that you were waiting for them to come back from they on their trip, waiting to arrive at their destination? Is that considered a rest period?
Wait, I was supposed. Oh, I was supposed to get my rifle.
Yeah.
Oh, another rifle. God, rifle. That's the next gun shop we go to on Fido. Find stuff.
Just mod your thing. Your implement.
The only implements I have is a dagger and a gun.
Not you.
Twinsies! I also have a dagger and a gun.
I will allow
My gun kicks like a mule though.
your money. What, say that again?
My gun kicks like a mule.
I heard my knife can flick a mule. I'm sure there's a mule that'll flick you right back.
Okay. You would need to rest for an hour to gain any spell points back, mage points back. Um, but I'll allow you to gain, the two of you, during this rest, to gain back your Constitution score plus your level plus 5 in health. Since you're just resting. While they're resting,
Yep.
while you're resting, the roads find the dump. It's not hard to find the main dump. The smell just keeps getting stronger the closer you get. Off to the side of it, there is a small privately owned. It's not named or anything. It's just a junkyard, and it's got broken pieces of vehicles. It's got broken pieces of robots. It's got gadgets of every kind just thrown down. It is a really good thing that the gadget column is not unused here. And that's the first thing you think of as you walk in. Like, this could have been a whole lot worse. So,
Please be a
walk
Victor.
in.
Please be a Victor. Please be a
And then the orc comes around the corner. You walk in, and there's various little, they're robots, but they're obviously not robots that were built in any kind of factory. These are cobbled together from bits and pieces of things thrown around, and they're just in there, sorting through the junk, pulling through, organizing things. But for being a junkyard, it's fairly well organized. These little, they're about the size of a rat. Some of them fly, some of them hobble, some of them hop. And it's interesting because some of them are very basic movement. Others of them, it's like watching some weird technological ballet and things bounce around and do pirouettes and things as they go to do their stuff. Whether both these things have a sense of humor or the machines are glitching to
Yes.
So as you walk in, um, you pass through the threshold, and you hear the this this weird. It's almost music, but you know how you can make music sound like it's speaking?
Mhm.
That says, "We've got customer," and behind a pile of well-sorted junk pops a head, and you look over and it says, "Welcome, welcome, come in, come in." And she comes around, and it's a female half. It's a weird half. It's a half saurian, half elf. It it has she has
She must have some interesting parentage.
um, she has her hair is white and almost mane-like and goes all the way down the back. Um, she is dressed in a hodgepodge of um, leathers and synthetics, all stitched together in a patchwork. Um, she's got um, tools in a very heavy belt that um, sags on her hips. Um, um, she has a cybernetic right arm, a cybernetic eye, and a cybernetic left leg. And she comes over to you and says, "Yes, yes, all now the assistance." And her good eyes twinkle a lot.
Gearhead sent us. He said he's about to go nuclear, whatever that means.
Now you said that everyone can say nuclear, but no one ever says nuclear. I know you're telling the truth about nuclear.
These guys
Because
speak all that gibberish.
nobody knows nuclear.
Especially not me.
You don't. The gearhead said he was going to go nuclear.
He said big boom.
And he is sleeping. We don't know yet. Where is he?
He's at my flat. I'll take us.
No, I will need my things. Pardon me for a moment. And she just takes her two big hands and just claps them around your head.
I don't like it. Like,
I'm gonna.
I have a thing. I have a thing, and it's like, mm-mm.
I'm gonna pull out my gun and aim it at her and just give her a look like, "What are you doing?" None of this is gearhead stuff, by the way.
And she kind of looks sideways at you. Her snout is shorter than a normal saurian. She has actual ears, but they're very tiny and pointed. And she glares at you with a almost human eye. And she looks in this kitchen. This looks at you and she goes, "Not far, not far. We'll take the shack. Come along." And she moves over to it's a shed. And it's a shed that looks like it was pieced together the way robots were. Out of technology and scrap, bits of driftwood from a river that all figured ideas. Just cobbled together. It's about 4x4x8. You're going to be all three squeezing in tight. Because in the shack, we'll take the shack. Come on.
We'll take the what? I must have misunderstood her.
I just kind of rub my temples and step into the shack. I don't know. This has been. I'm pretty sure I'm drunk. Like, frankly, at this point, this is a drunk nightmare.
Okay. You entered into the room. Do you follow Silent?
Very reluctantly, questioning my life decisions.
You
And
enter
wondering
in.
just how weird this night is going.
Your night just got weirder. Inside, you find yourself in a vast expanse that looks like, I'm going to just describe it the way I can describe it to you players. It's one part gothic castle, one part cyberpunk nightmare, and one part steampunk strangeness. There are, I mean, it is a vast chamber. There are tables and readout screens and clockwork machines. Every space has something new to look at. The walls are cobbled together in just the way the outside was. There is a glowing. Um, if it was on the ground, you'd say it was a pit, but it's on the ceiling, and it has almost like uh, an orange sun inside of it. It doesn't. It even has little tendrils of arcane solar flares arcing in and out of it. Nothing ever reaches you, and it never feels dangerous. It is very warm in the room, and it's lit. The whole room is lit by this light source. And she begins to gesture toward it as the door behind you just shuts by itself. And she just begins to gesture toward it and say, "Short hops are the hardest. Short hops are the hardest." And she just keeps working on that as you look around this bizarre chamber.
I'm like,
There's a
yeah.
surgery that appears to be for machines. There's another surgery that appears to be for organics. There's just and between the walls is just shifting space. It just seems to be a weird vortex of expanses. So it's just this weird chamber. And if you want to do anything while she's
I can curse in 4 language, and I am. Just a long string of muttering about what the shit.
I'm just studying the environment and trying to figure out if we just walked into a trap or not. Because this don't seem natural.
What the shit, man? What the shit?
So she does her thing, and the sun inside the pit shifts red, and the whole place just starts to shake. Everything rattles, and things fall off walls, and there is feeling like the room is both spinning and swaying at the same time, but nothing is actually moving. All of a sudden, the color changes back to its original form. Norm and alluring. This 4x4 shed, it doesn't really materialize so much as violently asserts itself into the chamber. It rattles and shakes as it like bends the world around it to accommodate itself.
Is this a blue shed?
It is not. It's brown and gray, and bits of color here and there. It's rusty. It looks like it could fall apart if you sneeze at it, but it's just there. And the noise that it makes is kind of like a mechanical cat getting its tail run over.
Jason?
Yeah.
My mother is desperately trying to say hi to you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So,
It sounds like, hi, Jason.
well, no, it sounds like a mechanical cat getting its tail run over.
I won't mention that one.
While it's singing to its mate.
Question mark. Metaphor.
I lift the rifle up and I pointed at the
I'm just grabbing my flask and then just emptying it. Empty flask.
You lose your remaining hit points. So you see the doors open over in the north, and the first person out is this stunted nosed Saurian with little tiny elven ears and elven eyes that are almost elven but still somewhat Saurian. A mane of white hair down her, it covers her head and goes down her back. She's dressed in the same thing I described earlier, a hodgepodge of patchwork clothing. She comes out and she looks at you and then looks at your head and goes, worse than I thought, worse than I thought. And she moves over beyond her. She completely ignores the weapons, everything. She just walks over, pulling items out of her pouch. The tools are a combination of things you recognize and things that she obviously built herself.
I stand in front of her. Who are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
And she goes, I'll repair you later.
Maybe some stilts.
And she moves past you. Scion emerges behind you.
Now, what are they looking like now?
They look
utterly befuddled as well.
No, I meant like.
I look like a lathe. I look like the same person who owes you money.
they look like they did when you
In the bar.
before.
So theoretically, I wasn't actually seen at the fight until towards the end of the fight.
You see them emerge. What are you guys gonna do?
I drop the sights and I hold out the rifle. Aiden, you left something.
Wait, what the hell just happened?
I go sit on the bed.
And then I soundlessly just take my rifle, hold on to it a little more tighter than I would. And then I'm just stare at the shack.
I'm just gonna peek inside.
Okay. The door has already shut immediately upon them exiting. So you didn't get to there before it shut.
Just snaps
But
shut in his face.
you did get a glimpse inside before it shut, past them. And you swear your eyes are playing tricks on you because it looked at least another 30 feet now.
It's bigger on the inside.
It's not blue. It's not blue.
I'm just gonna start cleaning my pistol. I'm just gonna sit on my bed and just start like military style, like take apart my pistol and just start cleaning it.
I just put the staff down and I say nothing. Until somebody asks me why.
Nobody does. So Fiona goes over to the gearhead. Looks at him intensely, plays him for a second, and then kicks him.
Donk.
His eyes open up and the lights come on again and goes, and before he clears his head, he goes, I forget his name now. I'm blanking on forgetting his name. But okay, we'll save that for another time without forgetting the idea. He says a name, that is not related to you. Jenkins. He goes, what? Jenkins, what? Oh. Hi guys. And
Oh, you're fine now. She kicked him.
yes, dear. Open up. I must look. And so he once again opens
outfits. Don't let me down anymore.
He goes, you're going to have to guide. This is not my expertise. You're going to have to guide. And they begin having a conversation that is of a technical nature that none of you understands. Um, that's going to go off to the side while the four of you discuss whatever you want to discuss.
Yeah, so I don't mind helping you guys out, but you guys could pay me back before we all die. That might be better.
Hmm.
This is getting very complicated very quickly.
Yeah, it is.
At least Death by Phoenix is pretty fast.
True.
Lorian,
Yeah.
This,
What the what?
this thing that they stole from you, is this worth all this trouble?
Oh no, no, guys, you missed the part. An actual phoenix, big bird of flames, attack us.
I just traveled halfway across the city in a magic box.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by anything anymore.
Obviously, it's worth getting. Because if they can make this much havoc, just
I do not think that word means what you think it means.
Okay. How much is it worth?
well,
I am now looking for a family member.
and I'm
That's
helping.
not really complicated.
Okay. That's nice. Good for you.
Well,
How much is it worth?
okay.
I would like your price in gold pieces, please.
Say again?
She wants to know how much a Lorian amulet is really worth.
No, I want to know how much you guys are going to pay me or wipe off my debt for helping you with all of these situations that keep popping up with the mystical, mastical lizard.
I look at a Lorian and just go, free drinks for life?
When we're done with this thing, I'm destroying that goddamn inn.
But they
No,
serve
oh,
fast.
I'll get access to the same beer. I'm getting rid of that place. One way or another.
So when you set up your new place, free drinks for life?
Fine. Free drinks for life.
Alright, I'm sold.
But yeah, that amulet. If we can't get it back, we have to destroy it. Like, if we can't steal it back and get it into a safe hidden place, we have to find a way to destroy it, whoever's holding it.
and for the sake of clarity, if we can't find my uncle, we don't have to destroy it.
No, we still have to destroy you when we can't find your uncle.
My uncle traveling with people. He used to write us postcards. Life lessons on each one.
Wheel morality, turn, turn, turn.
No, I was making a flat for our preference. That's okay. I almost got it.
We recorded something.
I did that in the bio, and that's how I described it. Uncle traveling with Oodla. He would send us postcards, but strangely enough, would have life lessons that would help me during that time period.
I admit that I owe you both quite a lot of money. However, if this is worth free, that was a dramatic pause. Thank you very much. If this is worth free drinks for life, this is at least worth half my debt.
Yeah. I guess I can live with that.
If we find him. No, full release of the debt if we find him.
No, there's
Shake his hand.
this issue.
Yeah, I shake his hand on that. I'm your girl.
Okay. So, I'm assuming he's not blowing up.
Okay. She has taken and created with
So probably like took the army like wool blanket off the bed because that's about it as far as like stuff. Unless she opened my locked door or locked drawer.
She basically made a private area so that she could operate on him,
Okay.
give him his respective privacy. She pulls back that curtain, and then it falls to the ground. She doesn't even notice. She just goes, I've stabilized. He's resting. He needs peaceful rest. I will take him back if it's needed to my home so that he can be under supervision. You must find a way. The parts that we need to repair him. I don't have them in my town. You'll
Can you draw us a picture? Because obviously we're not familiar.
I will get you a list. I will get you a list. And she starts writing in Euro. But nothing, just
Okay, but you have to write it on a real piece of paper.
she just continues to
I pull out a notepad, tiny pencil.
as she finishes, she goes and a booklet of plans is in her hand. And she goes, who will take? Who will take?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
As he falls to the floor.
Strictly Flintstone racker rip style.
This is not the Greek version of the Bible you're reading.
It doesn't like shrink with my grip or anything.
No, no. But if you glance through it, it contains technical plans. It lists parts and shows what the parts are. And then it doesn't show how to assemble them, but it shows what they are, how many of these items you need. And the best bet is unpleasant. I don't like dealing with Creel. I don't like, and you, Norm, tense up at the name Creel. Creel is one of the people you must regularly deal with the cornucopia group, which is the guild that you have the really not very happy association with. The cornucopia group, and I gotta switch books here. The cornucopia group is one of the guilds that runs the Nest, which is a borough of Mistora. They are, back to that page before too long, or too far.
I'm just looking at the book while you do that. What's the generosity? They are in charge of scientific and magical research in the city, and they would have the most likely access to the equipment that you would need. But you also know that dealing with them is very unpleasant, and they've hosed you many times in the past. So you're going to have to be very artful in dealing with, and particularly, his full name is Dirk Bastion Creel. Creel, rather. Dirk Bastion Creel. And he is, a good way to put it is a dapper dwarf. He is snooty, he's a jerk, and he likes to stick it to people. So that's who you have to deal with. I'm picturing this dwarf with this really bad hairdo. Oh, he's one of those people who just thinks that his appearance is one of, to use a famous quote, I'd rather look good than feel good.
Ugh.
That's who she says that you need to deal with.
So I rolled, and let's see, get me pull up my strength. So I got a 12, and I stunted with 5 stunt points.
Okay. So you have picked him up and you're spinning him like a basketball.
I just want this shit out of my apartment.
I don't, if it doesn't go with the rest of it.
So I gotta find, there's a rule for a system. And I think I know what it is.
Like sat him in there.
Who all has watched Babylon 5 in this room? Said who all has watched Babylon 5 in this chat room?
I have.
Okay. Next time Fiona talks, just state you watch Finite. Sathras is Finite. This is Rob Tool.
You are not the one.
No.
Basic test.
No, this is that us. Fire and that's it.
You all. Did anybody else stop?
No.
Okay. You all grab hold of one another. Grab an arm and a leg. Grab another chest. You all move. Sweat. You move them a
And
foot.
then I would have part.
You move them a foot. And you manage to, Sai has him by the arm, underneath the shoulder. She manages to spin him towards the shack and move him about another 2 feet. You got about another 5 feet before you get to the threshold.
So I'm sorry, you can just spun him towards the doorway.
She was leaning against the wall. Now
Take
she's
this
spun
with
him
his feet.
toward. What?
Can he take this all out with his feet? Okay, never mind.
No. You were all moving with him. It's like moving furniture. Actually, more like moving a furnace. But you've managed to move him some. She goes, wait. She
Maybe we
goes,
can hit him in. I think he'll wind up.
clang.
Oh.
She goes in the shack. She comes back out with a bunch of bots. And even every bot takes a little spot. And it's kind of like dragging a dragging a muffler across the floor. That, as the bot drag him, his head bouncing off the floor and the fold of the shed as he goes through. And they get him inside, and she walks inside and says, return to the shack when you are ready. Return to the shack. Make haste. She ducks in, door shuts, and it, after a couple of seconds, asserts itself violently out of the room with that same mechanical cat singing to its mate in Klingon. In cat Klingon noise.
Oh, I'm gonna get evicted.
There's no landlord here.
There's a mob.
I'm sure there's like people walking around.
Your neighbor just smacking on the wall.
But none of them have rhythms and they're like,
I go, okay, follow me, go back to the shack. The shack just left.
Yeah,
she wants you to open the item. And
Yeah,
bring it back.
I wasn't there when they got
yeah, she has a hovel.
Ah. Do we know where that is?
Yep.
And where would that be?
It's in the junkyard.
I'll
the smaller junkyard that's privately owned.
You don't need to tell me the map. I'm just
No, I'm just trying to remember where you need to go next. So bear with me. Okay.
I think we need to sleep.
we did.
Frankly, it's probably almost sunrise at this point.
By this point, let's see. It was late when you left the inn, but it was still pre-midnight. The battle took place roughly around midnight. The run back probably took about a half hour. Well, no, probably about 15, 20 minutes. The run back to the inn. It took more like 40 minutes to get to your place.
Mhm.
So I'd say, given everything that's happened, we're probably around about maybe 3 more hours till close before dawn.
Mhm.
None of you have had any kind of long rest or anything like that.
I say we rest.
Okay, how long are you going to rest?
How long would it take to get all my health back?
The people we need to talk to are all working, right? Like, how do they still actually at work?
How long are you going to sleep?
3 hours.
3.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 3 hours for them.
Okay, maybe a little bit longer so we actually have a long rest.
5.
6 hours is the bare minimum necessary to get a good health back.
Yeah.
6 hours,
6 hours.
32 minutes.
6 hours will give you 10 plus your constitution plus your level. So 10 plus 1 plus constitution. And for the mage users, for each hour that you rest, so each of the 6 hours, you may get 1d6 plus your willpower in mage points back up to your maximum.
Okay.
So figure out what you have out of that, and let me know what you have.
1d6 plus willpower for mage points back for each hour I'm sleeping.
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you guys sleeping?
On your floor.
You're all just crashing on my floor.
Yep.
Alright, cot's mine. I put my gun back together and go to sleep.
We could probably just add all our rolls together so it isn't individually.
27 is my full roll.
Yay!
Okay. So basically, you both get all your hit points back, with Lorian you're back, not hit points, mage points back. Lorian you're back at 16, Ron you're back at 17. And is everybody back to full health?
Yeah, if it's constitution plus level plus 10, then yeah, I'm at full health again as well.
Well, maybe we'll...
So you only got plus 13, and well, that's right, because you were dead.
Any of us have a potion we can give them?
So you're at 13 now? You're at 14? 13. And
I'm at full.
you're at full? Okay.
Okay, step away for a second. I can still hear you guys. But,
Like I'm muttering in my sleep too, because I didn't get to drink a lot.
Everyone pay attention to what she's saying. She might reveal secrets. In fact, you know what? Make
Yeah.
make a willpower. Willpower self-discipline roll,
Yep.
and everyone else make a perception hearing roll.
Well, 10 has such two substance.
What are we rolling for?
Perception hearing.
Here.
Sai, what did you roll?
10. No stunt points.
Ah. 15 and 2 6-pointers.
Scion?
Yeah, you gotta turn your volume up or something.
It's so soft.
Alright, and Alorian?
10 with two stunt points.
So all you guys can hear me.
Okay. Sai,
Mhm.
you must reveal a secret about yourself that you would rather them not know in your sleep. What is it?
I'm definitely gonna say Scion's name, and I'm probably gonna talk about the general.
Okay.
No, still thinking.
So
Because
you
I
all
just,
hear-
I just relive those 2 worst nights of my life over and over in my head when I sleep. So
Okay. So you all hear muttering about her screaming Scion's name, and tossing and turning as she yells about soldiers and "Mommy, come get me!" And then it shifts, and she starts screaming about, not screaming, but muttering, "The general will pay. The general will pay dearly. The general will pay when I get my hands on that slime thieving." And then something about cats, and then
it's about lizards. It's like fucking lizards. Hate lizards.
and ice cream, and she likes grapes. It goes back to her mother, back to feeling for Scion, and then and then all of a sudden there's this really deep snore.
No, I think that's Sam.
In fact, it was a snore that woke you up to hear her, and then there's another snore that she settles back down.
So I look over at Scion.
You don't.
You don't know his
You don't know he's.
Name is Aiden.
Yeah, you don't know he's Scion.
Scion is his
How
changeling name.
Okay.
So Scion means nothing to the group except for Scion.
But I may have looked at her more intently when she called that name.
Okay.
What?
Make a perception check, Alorian and Norm, to see if you notice that. This is a perception scheme. And Scion, make a deception check.
Oh, something I'm good at, finally.
Oh shit.
Okay, so, I have it changed in,
You add 2.
my ability. I add another 2 to it.
I'm sorry?
I was asking, because I have perception C. What extra?
Yeah, plus 2 bonus to anything you have the skill in, the focus in.
Oh, okay. So then that would be 14.
14.
I rolled 14. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Yes.
So tell us that secret. What was it?
Now, you just noticed that he perked up when he heard the name Scion. Pay closer attention. And then it settles down again, and you all go back to sleep as best you can on this very uncomfortable floor.
Y'all have an inn. I don't know why you decided to stay on my floor, but okay.
Takes 20 minutes to walk back. At least it's
So,
If we walk,
By the
the
time-
game will be over.
yeah. You wake up and the sun is up. It's about 3 hours past dawn. And what are you guys gonna do?
I grind unless I wake up.
You spend the
We're
rest of
gonna
the day
fix it
asleep. Good night.
So reach my pack and pull out of my pack some bits of rations, cheese and some grapes and nuts and berries type stuff. I offer them
Oh,
breakfast.
yeah,
Take some and promptly raid her apartment for food.
Good luck. Yeah, I totally steal his grapes. Like, I love grapes.
Sai, is there anything like a refrigerator in this place?
No.
Anything cold?
No.
So you thought you
Well,
might-
there's a lot
Okay,
of
so
holes in
there's
for airing.
there's a dresser. On the bottom, there's like a couple of MREs. On the middle, there's like one spare set of clothing, and the top drawer is locked. That's it.
How did you get so far in debt when you had nothing to start with?
I ignore him and eat a grape.
It's kind of like the opposite of Scrooge McDuck. She had this one dime, and it was so unlucky.
Tries to swim it on it, never works. She hits her head.
And it keeps coming back to her no matter how hard she tries to get rid of it. So, what are your plans? What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, she mentioned her name.
Yes.
I don't remember all of a sudden.
Cody.
Creel.
Creole.
Bastion Creel.
Jerk bastard Creole.
Dirty bastard Creel.
Yeah, jerk bastard Creel.
If we're gonna have to deal with him for some of these parts, I'd rather get that out of the way. It's not the most pleasant person to deal with.
He likes to be known as DB Creel. He's one of those people.
Oh,
DB
Talks-
Creel.
talks in the third person.
Douchebag Creel. Got it.
Creole doesn't think that's a good deal.
Aiden, your friend who helped in the fight, he might be useful to kind of throw his weight around a little bit with Creel.
Yeah, who was that, by the way?
Who was that masked man? You don't know that he was your friend. They don't know that he was involved at all.
Yeah, he came up and said, "Yeah, I'm a friend of Aiden's."
Oh, okay. That's right, you did. I can ask, but he looked a little roughed up after last night.
Yeah, he had recently roughed up on like you pansy.
Yeah, where were you? Where the hell were all of you? We're in there. All right, we're a team. We're gonna go in there. All of a sudden, I'm a gnome all alone. We still managed to kick ass.
No Malone. If we were televising this, there'd be such a drinking game around us right now.
Oh yeah. All right, so
you're-
we go talk to him first.
Sounds like the best bet.
Now,
Hey,
you
no,
know-
you seem a little perturbed at the thought of going to see this guy. Do you happen to know who he is?
Yes. He works for the Cornucopia group. um, we've got a contract with them to make rations and some like some healing potions and stuff like that. But they ask for they demand so much of it that all we have time to do is pretty much make their stuff. And they're not exactly
What can we expect from this Creole person? What's he like? In your estimation.
the diamonds are probably made out of his butt. Clenches it so tight. Um,
So check his asshole for diamonds, is what you're saying? Like,
well, you can. I'm not going to.
Talk about diamond in the rock.
Basically, he's a low-level bureaucrat, who thinks he runs the place.
fantastic.
Am I correct? Am I correct with that assumption, Jason?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And you would know. Because he's your character to begin with. So,
All right. So, well, I'm looking through the book. Does this make sense to anybody else? Is there anything else that we should be looking for on our way?
Well, we need to at some point start looking for entries into the Undercity, but if things are gonna get blown up, we should probably look into that first.
Yeah, triage as best as we can.
Okay, do with that. If I can talk into what's his name, that's good.
No, we're gonna talk to him first.
Oh crap. Okay.
Yeah, we kind of have to. Like, if he blows up, we lose everything. The city, it's kind of bad. So it's in our best interest.
Well, I mean, for you guys, I'm out in the country. I mean, yeah, I'll have a nice blow for a couple days. But,
I don't know. He was pretty consistent in describing it as, complete destruction for the planet. Maybe he was hilarious. I don't know. I don't want to chance it.
Yeah, let's get him fixed first, because he might be useful in our future endeavors.
all right, well, let's go. Twitch, are you here, Twitch?
cheep, cheep, cheep.
Yes, Twitch is here.
He goes, squeakin', McSqueak, squeak. Squeakin'.
You're speaking. Speaking.
Squeaky, squeak, squeak. Why do we even have that lever? All right, let's go.
Alright.
Oh, aren't we gonna get your friend, Aiden? We should at least ask him. It might be worth it.
Yeah, maybe you should call him and have him come here to be with us all together.
He's kind of a rich asshole. All the work and strenuous work you guys put into last night. I don't appreciate it.
Oh, well, you know what? You can come with us when we go to talk to him. I mean, you
Yeah, he's your friend.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm going to take you lot with me
Right.
to meet my well-to-do friend.
Right.
You lot got him bloodied up last night.
Aiden,
Well, that's
actually,
why
I think
you're
you got it
gonna be
wrong.
I don't.
He
You're
jumped
gonna
into
be
the friend.
You're gonna be the good. You're gonna be the face of our help to him.
Okay. Out of all of you, the only one that I actually know is the Lorian over here.
Yeah, I actually your friend's ass, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm sure he appreciates it, but you don't know things. They're not going to want a bunch of strangers marching up to their doorstep demanding their help after all the trouble he's put up with.
Alright. If it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen.
I don't know. I think we should. We're giving up on this.
I think we're wasting time.
Fine.
Yes, you're wasting time
Well,
and
you
the
know,
potential for experience points.
Money makes things move, and if your friend's rich, I honestly think that we're gonna need money
Yeah.
to grease the palms to get these things moving anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt he's just gonna give us money. So let's see if we could trade some work, maybe in the Undercity. Maybe there's something down there that they might want. Two birds, one stone.
I think she has the right idea.
I kind of lean over. No, no, she really doesn't want to hit a bird. No, no, it means something. I'll explain to you.
Okay, so you head toward the Cornucopia Guild's offices?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
I thought we were.
So-
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Alright, so you all head over there, and it takes you a little while to get there. By the time you get there, um, morning has passed, and it's getting toward midday. Um, unless you want to take, flag down a cab and spend some money to get there.
Ha! Hell no.
Because it's going to take you a while to just get out of this area, and there ain't no cabs here.
All right, so I go. Well, before we go too far, yeah, everybody kind of huddles together. How much money do we have?
Did-
Nothing but spend.
Did you see where I lived? Everything I have, I give to you guys.
I just gave her kind of an odd look considering she doesn't know like any of us.
Yeah, I know those two. I owe those two money. I don't owe you money.
I've seen where you live.
We don't actually have money, do we? I just looked through my sheet and you know, it's one we had money.
You have gold. You have silver pieces. You each have silver pieces.
I have 35 silver.
You don't need to know how much I have.
Here we go. Yeah, I got 60 gold pieces.
Well,
I think.
look who's buying the cab.
Yeah.
Silver. I think it might be in the wrong column.
Oh, okay.
You all have silver, not gold.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I put that in the wrong place.
The cabbie, my friend, I don't care if it looks like silver. I read it as gold. This will be fine.
It's all supposed to be in the silver column.
Okay.
Is it?
All
Are
right,
you looking at the online version?
Yeah.
That got put together very quickly.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so basically we have no money.
That's why we need to find out something that they want and offer it in trade.
All right, let's go.
All right.
They
you reach
always
there,
want something.
And now you get there, and it's a standard office building. They don't spend a lot of money on their own buildings. They prefer to have their funds elsewhere. You go in, and the clerk recognizes Norm and says, "All right, you may go in." And then he stops the rest of you and says, "He may go in. He's known here. He has business here. The rest of you will kindly wait here."
Look at the others. I'll be back.
Welcome to Number Shoulder.
So you
I
walk
sit down.
to the inner waiting chamber, where you're going to seat and who are you seeing today?
Don't call him bastard.
Creole.
Creel. I'm here to see Creel.
Yes, very good. I will see if he is available. And the aide walks away, and you're left there in this little waiting area. It's Spartan, but it's functional. There's a hollow, showing the news of the night before. A small snippet of your action at the museum is shown. It's
Rourke Gnome saves everything.
not quite. Just about like a scuffle between two groups of armed thugs who caused havoc at the event that night, and how somehow the security spell that prevents weapons from functioning or even being brought within the the confines of the museum was somehow compromised that evening, and that they're investigating and trying to figure out what happened, trying to prevent that from ever happening again. Especially with such a controversial exhibit currently on display. A few other news stories reel through, and then the door slams open, and tall to you, but an average-sized dwarf comes striding in, pompous as the day is long. So yes, yeah. So, are you here to give yet another plea for yet another extension on the lack of supplies you are supplying the guild?
No, actually, I thought we just dropped off a shipment.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. So, what exactly do you want with me today?
Well, I'm looking for parts, specific parts, and and the word on the street is you are the man to go to. You are the dwarf.
Well, of course it is. Well, of course it is. Of course
Well,
it
they
is.
said if anybody can find it, correct it.
Well, obviously this is something rare, otherwise you'd be going to a parts store like you should be. You know, our equipment is for guild business and for guild research. We can't just give it to you, especially since you've been providing with such subpar service with your wares. Frankly, I keep trying to persuade my superiors to go with a different vendor, but they insist that we honor our contract, despite that you have violated it so many times. So, what exactly it is that you're going to pester us for in order to achieve whatever silly little thing you're trying to do?
And I read off the page, or read off the part. The squirrel's on my shoulder. He's going, "Let me at him! Let me at him! Let me at him!"
Doesn't hear anything of what he said before. Just starts reading the parts. I need one of these and one of these.
Okay.
I don't bring the book in. I think we would have talked about that ahead of time.
Okay. So you basically jotted things down on your notepad.
Right.
Okay. So he goes, that is just bizarre. What the heck could you possibly be building with such completely unrelated devices?
We're hoping to increase our wares making and hopefully get better stock out of it, or at least more.
Oh, so you're trying to make some weird improvised still, is what you're basically telling me.
Sure, we'll go with that. How much would this cost?
More than you could ever possibly pay. You'd have to give us free shipments for life of your wares before we could even
Well,
approach
maybe
a price.
is there any kind of forgetting the supplies that I dropped off? Is there anything else you need done? Anything picked up? Anything dropped off? Anything found?
How badly do you need these parts?
Bad enough that I'm asking to do other work.
Please. And he leaves. And he goes and talks. He goes and talk for a while. About an hour and a half passes. He finally comes back.
It's going to create a little illusion of me punching a small version of it.
He comes in. He sees that. He sees that. No, he comes back. He says, "Step this way." And you go in and go into it. You follow him down winding corridors to a conference room. He shuts the door behind. He gestures in front of an arcane symbol. The doors and windows vanish. The room becomes a quiet room. No one can see in or out. And he says, "How familiar are you
has kind of filled us in over the years.
Your uncle. I never get tired of hearing about your uncle. It's all you ever talk about is your uncle.
Well, I mean, his life lessons have helped me out so much.
Obviously, since you have signed it so far in the world. Listen, the guilds, on the surface, run this town with a delicate power balance that is unfortunately undermined by an unseen guild. A criminal guild that no one ever knows about. They are a thorn in everyone's side. They call themselves Warehouse Prime. And Warehouse Prime. And they are a hidden power in this city that we have been trying to deal with for a long time. Now, if the organization were to crumble, the heads of the organization to perish or vanish, there would be a power gap that my guild could exploit. And if I were to arrange such an exploitation, my place in the guild would be accelerated. So, how dirty are you willing to get your hands?
Well, considering I work in the church most of the time, I guess I'm your man. Or,
Good. You are in a very good position to help us. Since, my battery's getting low.
I don't know, you kind of have this little Batman.
I am going to try once more to switch over to my computer just so we don't lose each other. Hopefully it'll work. That's a positive sign.
So we're just sitting in the waiting
We're
room
sitting in the lobby.
lobby.
You're reading the Hollow Mag.
Unfortunately, my wife's using my charger, so I can't go grab it. Actually, let me see if I can borrow it real quick.
I'll be right back.
Okay, well, while he's going, I'm going to get a drink.
Make sure to check the pre-order shirt saying something
something dark side, something complete.
Okay, now you're going to wear these clown shoes and this tutu while you're under the
That wasn't the deal. I am changing the deal. Right.
Yeah, don't take it any further. Alright, let's get welcome back.
Alright. Okay. So, he said, you're going to be in a very good position to help us, since you came here with a family member of a known member of that organization.
You say came here with who?
Your friend and innkeeper.
Yes.
We know that at least a few members of his family are members of Warehouse Prime.
So,
And
what exactly do you need me?
I need you to use your friend to find out who the leaders of the organization are and kill them.
Bum.
Okay. That's. I mean, I would have let it started this one with how bloody do you want to get your hands instead of how dirty?
I'm still here, guys.
Mm-hmm. So how am I supposed to prove that they're dead?
We will leave that to your devices, but you must convince us that they are dead.
Once I've convinced you that they're dead, we will get the parts that I requested.
No, we will take you on your word that you will do it. And you will have a certain time frame to achieve defense. If you fail, well, the guild has ways of making things happen.
We can guarantee if I don't get the parts, something else might happen to you. To production.
He's playing hardball now.
Okay.
Don't make idle threats with me. It's me. Okay.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
s-
switch to my computer real quick. Because I'm gonna lose you if I don't.
So anyone else worried we sent the gnome in to talk?
Hey, all you have to know is that if you see me run in, well,
This may not have been our best plan. May not have been our worst.
Wouldn't call it a plan.
an actor's Williams.
Wrong word.
Call it an eventuality. Shit
Call it
happens.
an eventuality.
You know, when there's trouble, I
LBW.
call DW. Let's get dangerous.
Darkwing I miss that show. Darkwing
Used to be DG. Instead of DD, yeah, it was Darkwing Gnome. Whenever there's trouble, he'll just go home. Darkwing Gnome. Let's get out of here.
You're not here though. We're talking in the lobby.
Oh, I'm singing in the other room. Why are you singing? I smell the urge.
I'm remaining relatively quiet as we wait for him.
Well, all that information is going for naught. Jason is not currently in the room with us.
It's all idle information.
Yeah, it's just.
Just talking about how awesome the gnome is.
On a scale of from 9 to 10, how bad do you think the gnome is gonna fuck it up?
It's not much of a scale.
Well, I'm very short.
I don't know if we can quantify this on such a simple measurement. Let's just say I'm not optimistic.
Well, he was
We,
there
we
for a second.
had the arachnite, and then he disappeared.
Yep.
Arachnite phobia.
It was our dark spider. Not the spider that we deserved, but the spider we needed.
Actually, Jason and I, years ago, went to the movies with a friend of ours. We wanted to see Arachnophobia, the movie, and he and I had already seen it. I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll see it again. So we knew and she sat right in between us, and we knew all the best scenes to like suddenly put our fingers on her arm like that. You know,
Oh, that is mean.
oh, you have no idea. I don't know if you remember the movie that well, but there's one scene where you see like an old couple, it's actually the mortician, or no, the medical examiner. He's sitting there with his wife, and they're watching TV, and he reaches in for the popcorn, and just as he's about to reach in, a spider kind of crawls under there, so he grabs that whole thing. The next time you see him, they're dead. So just as he was reaching in there, popcorn, she went, go! Oddly enough, she didn't go to the movies with us after that.
You don't say.
Can't imagine. I'm coming up with the absolute awesomest deals in this room. I just wish the GM were here to hear them. Come back on, hey Jay, you missed a great conversation.
You just gotta
Giving us the parts for free.
murder 15 people.
Yeah.
You know, half of Valurian's family. It'll be fine.
Sure, he won't mind. He doesn't seem to like him anyway. Wait, is my aunt one of them? Could she be?
I put a picture of Aunt Missy into the Facebook chat.
I saw that.
I didn't check it. Hold on.
Did you just say I have to?
No.
I'm getting tired.
No.
You really need to check your headset.
I said phase.
No. Ask Heather and Sam. I hear this well normally.
Yeah, this is pretty standard.
Yes. No, that is Aunt Missy. It's all over it. Makes perfect sense.
How could you not?
Matter of fact, I say we're gonna get the parts for free, and you're gonna send them all good wishing baskets. Right. You're not here to argue with me, so obviously I'm winning this conversation. Matter of fact, I think you owe me some back pay. Yeah. I'd say 300 gold. You're right, 400 gold. I know. Those are good with the books. But, yeah, so you're gonna give us 400 gold a piece. And you're gonna give us the parts. Oh, and a nice little shoulder massage. Thanks. I appreciate. No, it's been kind of a rough day actually. Thanks. Oh, a little bit more with the thumbs. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. You know, I thank you. I have lost some weight. I have been working out. Thanks for noticing.
My question is, was tits left with us, or did tits go with you?
And then from out of nowhere, you hear this squirrel causing.
It's the squirrel.
You know, you're right. I do look like a young Tom Cruise now. You're right. I do. Thank you.
I always had more of a John Rhys Davies vibe from your gnome there.
Yul Brynner.
A young one. Yes. Yes. I mean, yeah, there's very young. That dates.
Just all of a sudden started singing Gilbert and Sullivan. You know, a British child is a soaring soul, as sweet as a mountain bird.
Someone just watched Star Trek Insurrection.
And actually, no. That is actually what he does in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, that's right.
Just
When
get
he's
them out of
walking
the
away.
ship. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Ah, you out-nerded me. I don't know if that's really a win, but
I also watched Insurrection recently, so that had nothing to do with this. They was going for the John Rhys Davies thing.
Can't anyone know Gilbert and Sullivan just for being Gilbert and Sullivan?
Yes, the Modern Major General.
HMS Pinafore, Pirates of Penzance.
Yes, it's
Pretty much the exact same story.
From two different perspectives.
What was that? Same as Pirates of Penzance? What was the same?
It's almost
HMS
exactly the
Pinafore.
same story. I think they might have written it as a joke. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
There's a list of, this director can do no wrong. He said, "Oh really? Let me try this. It's crap. It's good."
Germany.
Perfect example.
Turf for Poland and France.
Perfect example. A funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Yeah.
Great musical.
Yeah, we can. Kind of disembodied voice. That was kind of cool.
What?
I can hear you. Hold on. Where is that coming from? Oh, he might be in the Google chat. The Hank Legendary.
He's in the Roll20 Hank.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Alright, everyone turn your sound and video back on.
Okay.
And close out this.
Wait, no. I can hear you.
Okay.
We were. I had this one left open, so I could hear both.
Woo.
Okay.
All right, I'm here, he says, and promptly closes the window.
I'm here.
And here we go. Awesome.
Okay, so everyone can still hear me.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn my volume down because these apparently aren't working. And my son just woke up, which is what took me so long.
Aw.
So we're going to wrap this up pretty quick here so that in case he wakes up again.
Well, that's okay because while you were gone, I had worked everything out with Krell. You unfortunately weren't here to hear the conversations. I'll just give you the basic overview. He gave us all 400 gold each. They're going to give us the parts for free. He's going to send baskets to his family, and he actually gave me a good solo massage. It was pretty nice.
Okay. So the Phoenix shows up and eats all of you. Good night. So okay. So do you accept the agreement that you have a certain amount of time to kill the heads of the mafia, basically the mafia family of the city, in payment for the parts he will give you?
I will. Yeah, one way or the other, people are dying. So, yes.
Okay. So the two of you work out how the items will be delivered, where they will be delivered. They will be delivered within a very short period of time. Where are you going to have them delivered to the inn? You're going to have them delivered to the junkyard? What are you going to do?
To junkyard. Well, wait, I don't know which junkyard they're at. So,
I told you which junkyard.
Yeah,
oh, you did?
This was discussed on the way here.
Oh, okay, then to the junkyard.
He raises an eyebrow and he says, "Please don't ruin our stuff. Please don't waste our stuff in a junkyard. This had better be for a transport someplace far nicer for such nice
Oh,
equipment."
it is. It is. That's just where we're leaving from.
Uh-huh. So the two of you shake hands. He begrudgingly takes yours. And you exit, and you finally rejoin your group, who are now all asleep.
Essentially.
All right, guys, let's go.
They left
Just-
on some errands.
We've just got one minor little thing to do. Lurian, I'll tell you later. So if we just head out, and we got the parts we need, so we're good there.
Okay.
We just got to do a little errand first. Come on, Lurian, I'll tell you later.
Tell me later.
Yeah, you don't really like your family, do you?
I feel like this is a loaded question, but I believe you already saw that, so...
Just clarifying. Okay, here we go. Walking down the stairs, we got a minor thing to do, it's that whole, we gotta find somebody thing, find them and kill them. But we just gotta find them and, then prove that they're who they are and dead. And, then we'll be good.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And this is who? Who do we need to do
Wait,
this
we
to?
need to do what?
We gotta find two people.
For how many cookies?
Should have just pretended to be the gnome.
Yeah, we just gotta find some people. Why don't we, are we out of the office yet?
I'm sure you're walking down the street by now.
Okay, all right. Well, suffice it to say, the manure has gotten real. It's gotten real. We've got to find the people involved with, and I kind of look over to Lurian, Warehouse Prime.
I look at him with a dumbfounded look of, the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, good to know. That means I don't have to kill you. But
Wait,
they
who's
just-
killing who now?
It's a minor point. We'll get to it later.
The gnome is gonna
killing
assassinate
is-
some fucks, apparently.
We've got to find the people who are really running the underworld group called Warehouse Prime. Supposed to find them, kill them, come back and prove that they're dead, so that the stuff that they gave us ahead of time will get taken back, or I think more than likely I'll be killed. But details.
And
Wait,
why
wait,
did you
wait.
mention me, though? And
So
why
you
you
Because I
guys-
guys
seem to think you're part of it,
So
or you're
you
related to people in it.
So you went in to get parts to repair this robot who may or may not blow up and destroy the city,
Right.
and you walked out with a contract to take out some people.
I know, it's a win-win.
Oh.
I feel like we have matching looks of just like, what the fuck? Like, there are some things that are beyond genetics, and we're just like, oh my god.
We could not have gotten that for any kind of a cost. This was the only thing that they wanted. We will figure a way around it.
All right. Well,
but-
at least it's not like we're on a time frame or something. I guess we can set up.
In full disclosure,
Yeah.
I should point out that we do have a bit of a, I don't want to say a schedule, more of a time crunch.
Okay,
So by time crunch, how much?
how long?
I will say, because I don't remember how long the Game Master said.
Guess what? The game
Jason,
master
that's you.
didn't.
Wait, how many targets do we have?
Jason? Wait a minute. Jason,
Yes.
can you hear us?
Yes.
How long?
Well, you were given. You weren't given a huge time crunch per se. You're required to check in every week with
Wow.
progress reports.
You could stretch this
And
out
they'll
forever.
decide what you're doing is satisfactory or less than satisfactory toward the goal. You were not given an end date, but you know they have one in mind.
Okay. We just gotta hunt people down, sort of, and maybe we'll find people that are already dead.
Unlikely.
Use that. Yeah. Well, I'm just
So
gnome that lives in the moment.
So we have to hunt down an indefinite number of people for an indefinite period of time.
Correct.
This is your idea of negotiating.
I was in a room with no doors or windows. I was just saying yes to get the hell out.
Obviously.
But we got the parts, and the parts have been delivered to the dump. So,
Wait. So
If
they're
we're-
delivering the
I
parts.
mean, we could do like those people that collect unemployment. You know, you call a few places. Hey, you hiring? No, okay.
I
Throw it out
highly
there.
doubt that the guild is just going to be like, oh yeah, you seem to be trying. We're going to let you keep all of this really expensive
Hey,
shit.
we asked a bum 3 streets over if he knew anybody in the guild. He said no, so we can chalk him off the list. Our list has gotten
So-
smaller.
I'm just like
Wait, so
like,
they've already sent out the
clenching my
parts.
fist around my dagger and going, no, can't kill him. Yeah, no, can't kill him. No, can't
So
kill
they've
him.
already arranged to have the parts sent
They're
out.
sending it
before
out
they
right now.
received word that any of these people have been killed.
They've implied that it might be bad for me if I'm not able to bring forth the proof of this guild's death. But since they don't know who's in the guild, we don't know who's in the guild. You know,
Well, this
again,
makes it simple. We just guarantee that the parts have been shipped, and then we only have to take out one person. Creed, not you.
Yeah,
Rich. Maybe. I say we figured out part 1. Let's go into part 2. And once we get towards part 3, then we can crap ourselves. But right now,
Okay, so
we have at
what
least
do you,
got the
what
parts
do
we
you
needed.
propose is part 2?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that.
Considering
We
now
apparently
have
need to go to the
three
Underdark. We have to go to the
separate
Underdark anyway.
The
So we're going to have to go
Underdark.
there for other reasons, but apparently they think they work there.
Are you sure?
So
I thought you said they didn't know where they are.
they don't, but they suspect they're down there.
And where do these people head off with Allurian's pendant, which we still need to retrieve?
Yes.
Didn't bring that up. I could go back.
No, because then you'll end up owing something else. Good lord.
No, I think you've helped enough. Thank you.
Why I'm here. Not just for good looks.
Can't kill him. Can't kill him. Can't kill him.
Although apparently I do look like a young Tom Cruise gnome.
Who the hell is Tom Cruise?
Oh, no, Tom Cruise gnome. He's a very famous actor. Anyway, moving on.
Tom Cruise, no, very famous actor.
He only does small parts.
Can I?
Oh,
Can
that
I
was
kick the
bad.
gnome? Can I please kick the gnome?
Roll a strength check.
You can certainly try.
I kind of want to kick
Hunt.
the gnome.
You know, Norm gets this a lot, so I probably will be able to get out of it quickly.
Okay, so did they say when
And I'm
how
the sane
quickly?
one of the family.
Oh, good, and we're finding your uncle. So did they say how quickly the parts were going to be delivered? Is it like they're there now waiting for us, or?
Yeah, the parts were going to be delivered relatively soon. So you could expect by the time you get there, they'll either be en route or there.
See? No harm, no foul. Just got to kill a couple people.
Just an
so
indefinite number of people over
now
an
we'll
indefinite
go to
period
the
of time.
Underdark. Now that was the pieces that we had to get from here. Is there any place else that we need to go to for parts?
No, that was where you needed to get the parts from.
Okay. So why were we going to the Underdark again anyway?
You were looking for your uncle
Right.
in the Undercity.
That too.
The Undercity, not the Underdark.
Undercity. Wrong
Not the
game. I realize
The
that.
Underdark is not in this dimension.
All right, we have to go to the Undercity to find my beloved, cherished Uncle Traveling Methuselah.
Bless you.
Thank you. Because he's so deep in my thoughts.
No, really, what's the real reason we're looking for him?
Well, by looking for him, we will get a certain, I won't say monkey off our back, but I could say phoenix off our back.
So he's tied in with this Phoenix thing and the amulet that was stolen from Elurian?
It's a really long story. I mean, Elurian might be able to explain it better. But just from what I've gathered, yeah, the movie will be over by the time we finish explaining it. So we should just head on our way. Does anybody know how to go to the Undercity? To like a subway?
I'm gonna roll a streetwise, I guess. And fail.
There's gotta be entrances to it. They'd probably be around the slums because that's where you least see, or
You basically
recognize people coming out from dark.
this is going to be something that's going to be kind of common knowledge for people who live here. The city.
I don't want to use my roll.
The city has an extensive underground network for things like facilities and maintenance of the city, and there's a lot of disused tunnels and broken passageways down there, and there's a lot of places that are so unused that they're basically unexplored. There were ruins of the old city built upon when the current city is built, but basically, if you would just descend downward into the underbelly of the city, just going underground, you're probably on the right track. But as far as finding a particular hideaway somewhere in there, that's going to be up to your ingenuity.
Oh, while we were waiting for Norm, could I have gone to a fence or a pawn shop and pawned that leather armor that I pulled off that one chick?
You could have taken the risk that you would have not been back in time, but sure. After you got tired of waiting, you could have gone and done that.
Yep.
Let me see. It's used armor. We'll say, for the sake of brevity, that you were able to get 7 silver pieces out of it.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. Anyone else did anything while they were waiting for Norm to come back with his fantastic deal?
I was patiently waiting while Elise was still there, I kept looking over at her warily.
I was probably napping because I'm still hurting from the previous night.
I think when you're
You were
sleeping,
in there long enough that I'll say that you earned back another 5 plus level plus willpower.
Oh.
No, Constitution. Excuse me.
Damn, my
I think
willpower.
we should make it so that when either of them are in a deep, deep sleep, if they start having dreams, they should immediately just switch forms.
Yeah, no.
She. Kaleidoscope going on.
Feeling a little better, so that's good.
Okay. Okay. So, as you figure out what you're going to do to go into the Undercity and try to find Norm's uncle, we will close for the night unless you have anything else you want to do before we close.
Nope.
I could go back and get a better deal.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I've got.
Remind me never to go involve the timeshare with you.
I do have bargaining though, so I mean, and a +2 in communication. So I could go back and really fuck this up even more.
Let's
you
leave
think
it
that's
there.
a good deal. Boy, I got a bridge in New York to sell you.
And I want you to kill everyone on it.
Lorian, I've got a place for your family reunion.
On that note, I'm going to go because I'm definitely getting sick and I'd like to get to bed soon.
Okay.
Night
You
all.
have a good night. You hope you feel
Good
better.
All right, have a
Feel
good
better.
night, man.
Bye.
Heather, don't breathe as he walks by.
We share a bed. It's kind of pointless to try and not get sick. Either I will not get it or I will get it.
You know what? Wrap him in Saran wrap. That'll keep it all in.
You know, the thing is everyone else in my office is called out for this shit, then, you know what? Maybe it's my turn.
I fully endorse this idea.
Oh dear. And there he went.
This took an interesting turn. I liked all the dialogue tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yay,
nobody
RP.
tried to kill you.
Nobody
Of
what?
course, you have a nuclear bomb sitting in your city, but
Yeah, but you know what?
Nuclear, what's that?
Norm Stumphaven to the rescue. Got the parts we need. Minor
You're gonna
thing we
get
have to do.
stabbed. Like, that's that.
this is all assuming that Fiona knows what she's doing.
The jury's still out. Well, anyone
Well,
that crazy
let me put it
has
this
to know
way.
what they're doing.
If she doesn't know what she's doing, we'll know soon enough. And
For
then-
a moment, yes.
it'll
and
become
then-
irrelevant.
Right. Then we won't care.
So
That's fine.
good. I'm glad it was fun. Because weaving together your backstories into a cohesive unit, interesting work.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mine's classic. Yeah. Right out of Aesop's Fables.
Yeah, on a day that Aesop was drunk.
I shudder to
Sometimes
think what my
Aesop
background's
was
gonna
more like a
into.
season.
Eventually, we're gonna figure each other out, you and me, Mish. It's gonna be weird.
Well, I'm not entirely convinced you're who you say you are anyway, so
No,
we got a
yeah.
ways to go.
No, you could be some other changeling that knows his real name
Who
and
looks
speaks
like
it
my
in her
sister
sleep. And looks
several
like
years
his sister. I mean, hey,
Well, I mean, in
I-
his defense, the changelings don't have that distinctive of a feature. So that's like one of the things about them. They're not
so I
very
have to ask,
distinctive looking.
changeling families, do you have family reunions? And if you do you know when they happen?
We don't.
I I mean, you could just be like walking down the street and it's like, hey, we're at a family reunion. Really?
There's a newsletter.
Changelings are not completely featurelessly unique and
No, but they're
identical. They can
they're
tell
not-
each other apart.
yeah, we can. It's kind of like one of those racist things where like other people can't tell us apart, but we can.
That Highlander thing, you get that little vibe thing. Somebody's here that wants to kill me. Must be family.
For all I know, it could be a certain someone trying to mess with me.
Bum bum bum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Elon!
I was thinking someone was gonna crack that open that locked drawer at some point. I gotta tell you
We're
what's
not
in
that
it, Jason.
curious yet.
I gotta tell you what's in it at some point in a private message.
And then you can share it with the rest of us.
Yeah, no.
All
All
right.
right. Well, I'm going to
It's
call it a
mother's
night.
heart.
Yep. All right.
It's all
Until
left.
next time, everyone.
All
Catch
right.
y'all later.
Yeah.
Have a good night.